So I'm trying to post a tutorial or challenge each week for the Artsful Craft Junk Journaling group. And I have been really exhausted over the last couple weeks, so I have not gotten videos done. But I did this, and I did post a photo in the group. I did not get another example made or tutorial to show you exactly, but I want to at least talk about what I did. So I got this idea from Luise Heinzl. I was going to do a real grungy journal, and I do gravitate towards mixed media, so I was going to try to kind of mimic her look and style, but I all of a sudden decided to do this strawberry journal, and I really want shabby chic, or at least some shabby chic in it. So I used the concepts that she had, and I will post her video link in this this is not a real tutorial, but I will post her link to the video that inspired me, because I just thought it was amazing. It's basically a snippet roll, but the theme we were doing this month was tabs and borders, things, just different ways of decorating the edges of your pages. And I picked that because that's an area, those are things I love to do and I never do. So it was partly to challenge myself to do it. So I'm just going to talk about what I did on here for this one. I will try to do another one of these, a different theme or something in the future, and hopefully I can videotape that one. But the first time, it takes me a really long time, and it's hard for me to videotape something that takes me that long, because I don't have a real plan when I do things. I mean, I do have a loose plan for what she did. Anyway, I guess I was practicing on this side, but I just took a plainer piece, like this is a piece of a sheet or something. And then Louise started by altering it with stamping, but on mine, I put it away, but I have foam stamps with little squares on them. I kid you not, I've had them at least 15 years. They used to sell them at Hobby Lobby. It's like that chunky foam. They used to sell them at Hobby Lobby years ago for like t-shirt painting and stuff. I never painted t-shirts, but I liked them because I wanted rubber stamps and I thought they were cheap. And then I didn't use them for probably a decade, but I've used them a few times more recently. And I use them with these, I didn't use this color, but I was thinking about doing another piece in this color. But I used Distress Ink or Distress Ink Oxide, and I stamped this background with these pink grids. And so I left my embellishments a little bit sparser because I really love that look. And then I just went over it with Stays On with different scripts and things. And I think there's a great big XO in a darker Distress Oxide or something that's not black, but only bits of that are showing now. But I loved this look, and this alone was interesting to me, and so I will probably do this kind of a look again and just make them into some fabric pockets with lace or something, lace trimming through the book. But I really love that look. So anyway, that's what I did, and other than that, it's basically a snippet roll. But the concept and the thing is, I started loading it up with lace. She took big strips and went down this way, and then the concept or idea is that you will fold this in half, and you can either do a bigger piece that becomes a border on your page, or you can cut them down into tabs. But the reason I like these is she put these bigger embellishments on there. She did actual photos, and she has a really cool digital that she sells. And I did buy the digital, but I didn't actually use it for this. But they're like the little not slide mounts, the little film strips where you have a bunch of images that are all connected. And she had really cool vintage ones. So she did that and then altered them a little bit. But mine's a strawberry book, and I didn't think that concept would work very well. I was thinking about doing a picture of a vintage woman. Like, I have a bunch of images here I put together out of my clip art images that I was going to print and try that with. I'll use them on something different, but I thought about taking smaller ones and then just putting some strawberries on there. But I have quite a few here, so I didn't end up actually doing it. But I may do it somewhere else in the book. Anyway, you layer different laces. I wanted the idea is that you'll cut these, if you want tabs, you cut them across this way in whatever size sections you want. You actually could just do the snippet roll part, and you could put these embellishments on later, but I tried to do it like she did. The difference is there were certain parts I didn't want to cover, and so I got things like this going on where there's, oh, I'm sorry, I'm off camera, where they're staggered, and so they're really supposed to be straight across from each other, and then you'll get an image on both pages. But because mine's staggered like that, I'm going to have to make some longer strips to compensate for some of that. These ones are pretty close together, so it's fine there. But and then this piece was connected, and I already cut that one off just to see what it would look like. So I layered different laces, and what I advise is put the stuff that, like, the more junky lace that you don't really care about seeing that much. If you just want something to add a layer and you don't want to use your super awesome stuff, put that down first, but you put strips. And because it's going to fold in half, and this is what she was advising too, leave the inside. Actually, I did not follow the directions on this part, and I did get something stitched over it, but to try to leave this part more empty so that it'll be easy to fold it around your page. Although for tabs, and I noticed that on this one, if you just want a border, like a little border section, and really these can be used for anything. You could make these into pockets. It's whatever you want to do with them, really. That you could go up like this, but for tabs, you probably want to pull it out like this and then glue it down so that you have something interesting sticking off the edge. But see, little bits of fabric will show through there. So I did different things. I didn't use all images. I made my own little collages because I'm doing a strawberry theme, and I've got to figure out how to pull that theme in, because the truth is I just like making my own stuff mostly, but I will have some digitals in the book some places, but I didn't use any digitals in here, actually. This one was like a sticker or a memo sheet or something. I think I cut that out of a little memo sheet with a pink milk carton, but I'm using some paper out of that Prima strawberry milkshake line. I won't have that everywhere. I'm just going to use a few sheets of it in there. I thought I like the colors and the concept, and so I'm doing strawberries, strawberry dessert, strawberry milk, shakes, whatever. Loosely encompassing strawberry stuff and pinks and creams and whatever else I decided to put in there, but I think there'll be some turquoises and teals. So anyway, that's why I did this. Anyway, so now I have several tabs I can cut apart. So that was what I was really doing for the challenge, was snippet strip style tabs or borders for the challenge. I did not get another piece made, but I used lots of cool stuff that I really like. But I just use scraps, so mine is not necessarily one. I do have one big piece of lace down here on this side. I didn't necessarily want the same exact concept on both sides, so this one I did a little differently. And instead of using a big piece of lace, I went down with little squares or pieces of fabric that I stitched down, and then I started layering things on top of that. Like I cut little sections of a ruffle out and put on top of some things. That's just different layers of cardstock, and then I stitched, this was off of a box of stickers, I don't know, probably from Temu or AliExpress or something, but my zigzag was too small and it started going off there. But anyway, I stitched on top of it again to kind of hold it, but I just made little embellishments and put on there, and so that'll be part of my page decoration. And I was happy with this. So anyway, and then these are little things I like to put in there. But anyway, I will try to do another one that's a little bit more tutorial-like, but I just was too tired to get another one done, and I probably spent 3 hours on this because I am very meticulous, and then I don't know what I'm doing, and I do this, and I do that. Well, I had to make my embellishments. That's the other reason it took me a long time. If you're going to, there are much faster approaches. You can just cover a piece of cardstock with a digital you like. You can use these. I went a little more collage style so I can get what I want. Some things are just things that I snip apart off of my laces, and oh, I'm off camera again. And then you just glue them down. So mine's a little bit more varied probably than what she was doing. She had a certain concept, but she also had a certain style of book. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please let me know if you have any questions or comment, or give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much.